Hello. Here's the story I will tell you today. It took place at Lake Fort Phantom Hill in Abilene, Texas, United States. A mother in Abilene and her boyfriend are accused of stuffing a deceased infant into a tool bag after death and then dumping the child's body in the lake a few days later. Our main character today is a baby girl named Peyton Sky Davis, 7 months old, born in February 2024. Peyton Sky Davis was stuffed into a toolbox and thrown into the lake by her own mother, Heather Kennedy, 20 years old, and her boyfriend. His name is Donald Schultz, 35 years old. On the night of August 31st, Peyton's body was found by a fisherman inside a tool bag on the shore of Lake Fort Phantom Hill, and he called the police. Upon receiving the report, the police immediately arrived at the scene. She was described as severely decomposed, and detectives had to perform an autopsy to determine her exact age. On September 12th, documents state that detectives received a tip from Crime Stoppers, identifying Kennedy as Peyton's mother and Schultz as Kennedy's boyfriend, confirming that both had been living in Texas with Peyton for several months. Heather Kennedy, 20, and Donald Schultz, 35, were both arrested early Friday morning in connection with the infant's death. Both are charged with tampering with a human corpse, and Schultz is also charged with failing to comply with sex offender registration. When detectives interviewed Kennedy, documents state that she said she had left Peyton with her father in Idaho, and Peyton had never been in Texas with her and Schultz. She also spoke about Peyton in the past tense. Detectives also interviewed Schultz, who told detectives that Peyton was living with them in Abilene, that she had died while sleeping in a car seat inside their residence while they were asleep, and that the temperature in their mobile home could have reached over 100 degrees, according to the documents. Suspect Schultz continued to describe events and circumstances that led Abilene detectives to realize that the parties acknowledged that an investigation into a missing child was imminent, and both Schultz and Kennedy felt the need to conceal and dispose of this minor child's body. The documents state, Schultz has an additional third-degree felony charge of failure to comply with sex offender registration. Peyton's grandmother posted a photo of her granddaughter with a heartbreaking tribute. She wrote, "My beautiful granddaughter, Peyton Sky Davis, we all love you. Rip, little girl, fly high." The grieving grandmother recounted that they had no idea the police were looking for Peyton until her son received a call from the police. She added, "We didn't know any information. We didn't know what was going on until Detective Scott called my son and asked him if Peyton was in his parade. They said police down here and searched for where she was at that time. It's painful. We can't hold her. We can't give her the love we have for her." Davis told KTX's that Peyton's mother frequently video called so she could see her granddaughter, but she said those calls abruptly ended before finally receiving the painful news from the Abilene Police Department that baby Peyton had died. Davis said, "I read the stories and everything. I don't get to see my daughter anymore. I just started crying." Davis is now asking why Peyton's parents let the tragedy happen, saying, "Why didn't you call for help when you realized she was gone? Why did you lock her in a storage unit? Why did you throw her in the lake?" Both Kennedy and Schultz remain in custody at Taylor County Jail, with bonds set at $350,000 and $500,000. The investigation is still ongoing, and no further information is available at this time.